Hello, this is the Watchdog. Welcome back to Fun with Watches. If watches weren't fun, you'd only need one. Today we're going to review the Forsing TM-337G. Let's start off the wrist check. I'm wearing this Pagani Design YS011, and Grego's wearing my Militato ML08. I told Grego that I was reviewing a steampunk watch. He said, oh, those steampunks think they're so smart with all their science and technology. With the Force, you trust your feelings, not science. I said, not STEM, Steam. He said, oh, you mean those PC gamers who think they are so much better than console gamers? I said, never mind. All right, let's take a look at the watch. It comes in this box that says limited edition. This is not a limited edition. And here is the watch. Isn't that a nice looking watch? I've enjoyed this watch. Yeah, it didn't cost a lot of money. And yeah, the movement's kind of questionable, but still, I enjoyed it. This is the fourth Forsining on my channel. The description in the AliExpress ad mentioned steampunk. Not sure where that came from. Newsflash, any mechanical watch qualifies as a steampunk watch. But nobody in the ad had scarves and goggles, so I'm pretty sure they just started putting down random buzzwords. But it did make a good Grogu joke. This is an automatic watch with a timing bezel, but I wouldn't really call it a dive style, especially since it is a skeleton. I've never been a huge fan of skeleton watches, but for this one, it really works. This watch comes in only one colorway, which is mostly blue with a bit of white on the dial. It seems like the traditional black and green would have worked also, but I probably would have chose blue anyway, so I guess it doesn't matter. The watch is 42.2 millimeters at the bezel, 49.2 millimeters lug to lug with inverted end links. So the lug to lug isn't bad considering it's a 42, but it is 14.5 millimeters thick, so it's fairly chunky. Has a 22 millimeter lug width, which tapers down to 20 at the clasp, and weighs 117 grams on the supplied rolled bracelet with 2 links removed. The bezel is a It is a 60 click unidirectional with a aluminum insert. At least I think it's aluminum. The action's not bad considering the price of this watch. It's not great, but it's not bad. There is some back play. And unfortunately, though, it doesn't really line up. Let me show you there. See, it's too far to the left. I have to tilt the watch to make it look straight. And look at the bottom there, it doesn't line up at all. So yeah, serious alignment issues. Then we have the dial. The dial is a skeleton dial. The Wristshot has the minute markers and the indices. And if you look here on the left here, we have this extra white one that also borders some of the dials and the open heart. Then it says Forsining on the right with the Forsining logo. And then we have this fancy 12 at the 12. And then we have the hands. The hands are skeleton hands, so I guess that's good for a skeleton watch. And then the second hand, though, is red. But look at this. We get 2 second hands. All right. And I don't know, for some reason, too, they're 20 seconds apart. And there's no way of adjusting one without adjusting the other. So they're always going to be 20 seconds apart. So I don't know if this watch is homaging something more expensive that I just don't know about, and this sub-dial would be something else on that watch, or if they just figured, hey, we'll have 2 hands. I don't know. But it would have been nice if they would have got rid of one of the hands. It would have been a little bit less cluttered. Of course, then this dial would just show nothing, so they probably should have got rid of the big second. One thing I noticed too, though, is the big second runs pretty smooth, but there's quite a bit of stutter in the small second. So maybe it's good that there is a big second. And as you can see, there is no date. The crown is a signed push-pull crown. The crown's a little small, though. And when you go to wind it, because this does wind. It's kind of difficult to get a grip because it's so small. Plus winding it's kind of difficult. So I'm kind of disappointed there. And the crown guards do get in the way too. It would have been nice if they just got rid of the crown guards. Then we have the crystal. The crystal's flat mineral glass. You don't get sapphire at this price. And then we have the case. The case is a chrome plated alloy. The case is nicely shaped though. The lugs slope down. And then we have the case back. The case back is pretty thick, so it adds a lot of thickness to this watch. And it is a screw down, but you only get 30 meters. And it says stainless steel case back, because this is indeed, that's a good tell that the rest is not. And then it says TM-337G, which is the model number. Then it says automatic movement, water resistant. And once again, you only get the 30 meters. Underneath the case back is either the DD199 or the DD119. The ad in the AliExpress says both. So I think 119 is the proper one because I got more hits when I Googled that than I did with DD199. But I'm pretty sure this is just a derivative of the Tongji movement, which is your basic Chinese automatic movement. Here it is on the time grapher. As you can see, it's running about 18 seconds fast, so it's running pretty fast. Amplitude's kind of low, and there's a little bit of beat error. So this isn't the best running movement. Normally I would say, well, at least it's fast, but this is a non-hacking movement, so it doesn't matter fast or slow. You're going to have to move the hands. And then we have the bracelet. The bracelet has rolled links, and it has hollow inverted end links. And rolled links, instead of split pins, you have these pegs here. So the pegs can be kind of a pain to get in and out. It wasn't too difficult on this one, but I've struggled with pegs before on other watches. Then we have the clasp. Clasp is a simple press, lower and upper, but we do have 3 holes of micro adjust, so at least we have that, so you can get a good fit. Here's the watch and my 7.5 inch wrist. It looks nice, it wears nice, but it is chunky. But at least it contours to the wrist pretty good. I removed 2 links, so 8 1/4 is probably the best you can do without more links. And I don't know if you can ask for more links or not. Usually with watches in this price range, you're probably better off just buying 2 of them and putting a strap on one and robbing the links off of another. Here we are in the Lume room. Wearing the watch gave me no indication to expect anything good from this test. As we speed up the time, we see the baton indices fade almost immediately. The hands are much better, but not exactly good. This Lume is extremely subpar. What do I like about this watch? Well, it looks nice. I'm not really a big fan of skeleton watches, but it really works on this one. And the lug to lug is fairly short for a big watch like this, and it wears nice. What are my gripes and groans? Why are there 2 running second hands, and why aren't they aligned? The bezel's misaligned. The watch is pretty chunky. It has a rolled link bracelet, and it can be difficult to wind because of the small crown. Do I recommend this watch? Sure. I really enjoyed wearing this watch because it looks really great. And it didn't cost a lot of money. Well, thank you for watching my review of the Forsining TM-337G, and I will be back with another review. Be sure and like and subscribe to my channel. And if you like this watch, be sure to use my affiliate link, and I will get a tiny commission. Bye.